You know that feeling when you're lying in bed at night and you start doing the math in your head? Rent's due, car payment, groceries are somehow $200 more than last month, and you're just stuck there, wondering why it feels like you're doing everything right but still can't get ahead. Here's the thing nobody tells you. It's not because you're bad with money. It's because the way money actually works. That's the part they never taught us. We grow up thinking money is simple. You work, you earn, you spend, you save. And if you're struggling, it's because you're not disciplined enough, not smart enough, not working hard enough. But that's not how it works. That's just the story we've been told so we don't ask harder questions. Because money isn't just math. It's psychology. It's systems. It's designed to flow in certain directions. And if you don't understand the design, you'll spend your whole life feeling like you're pushing water uphill. Most people think being good with money means budgeting better or cutting out coffee. And sure, those things can help, but they're not the foundation. The foundation is understanding that money doesn't follow the rules you think it does. Let me explain what I mean. When you earn $1, it doesn't just sit there waiting for you to decide what to do with it. The system is already pulling at it. Taxes take a piece before you even see it. Inflation quietly eats away at its value while it sits in your account. Rent, insurance, subscriptions. Those aren't just expenses. They're designed to be automatic, recurring, and hard to escape. You're not just managing money. You're managing a system that's constantly working against the idea of you keeping it. And here's where it gets deeper. Most of us are taught to think about money in terms of income. How much do you make? What's your salary? But income is just one part of the equation. What actually matters is the gap between what comes in and what goes out. And more importantly, what you do with that gap. Because here's the truth. Wealth isn't built by earning more. It's built by keeping more. And keeping more isn't about deprivation. It's about understanding where your money actually goes and why. Let me give you an example. Let's say you make $4,000 a month. After taxes, maybe you take home $3,000. Rent is $1,200. Car payment, $350. Insurance, $150. Phone, internet, utilities, $200. Groceries, $400. Gas, $150. You're at $2,450. You've got $550 left. That's your margin. That's your breathing room. But now life happens. The car needs new tires. Your dog gets sick. You need to buy a birthday gift, go to a wedding, replace your phone because it finally died. Suddenly that $550 is gone, and you're back to zero. Month after month after month. This is where most people live. Not because they're reckless, but because the system is built to keep you here, right on the edge. Just comfortable enough not to panic, but never quite secure enough to stop worrying. And the psychology of it? That's even worse. Because when you're always on the edge, you make decisions from a place of stress. You don't invest because you can't afford to lose anything. You don't take risks because there's no cushion. You stay in jobs you hate because you need the paycheck. You say yes to things you can't afford because saying no feels like admitting you're struggling. Money starts controlling your decisions. And when that happens, you're not free. You're just surviving. But here's the shift that changes everything. Once you understand that money is a system, not a morality test, you stop blaming yourself. And you start looking at the game differently. You realize that the goal isn't to make more and more and more. The goal is to build a buffer, a gap, space between you and the edge. Because when you have space, everything changes. You can think long-term. You can say no to things that don't serve you. You can take a chance on something better because you're not terrified of losing what you have. This is what they don't teach you. Wealth isn't about fancy cars or big houses. It's about options. It's about time. It's about not having to check your bank account before you buy groceries. And the crazy part? You don't need to be rich to start building this. You just need to understand how money actually moves. So, what does this look like in real life? It starts with awareness. Not judgment. Just awareness. Track where your money goes for 1 month. Not to shame yourself, but to see the patterns. See where the system is pulling at you without you noticing. Then, ask yourself, what's one expense I'm paying for that I don't actually value? Not something you need. Something you're paying for out of habit or obligation or because you forgot to cancel it. Cut that. Not because you're depriving yourself, but because you're taking back control. Next, build your buffer. Even if it's $20 a week. Even if it feels small. Put it somewhere you can't easily touch. Let it sit there. Let it grow. Because that buffer is the difference between reacting to life and responding to it. And then, the part nobody talks about. Start learning how money grows. Not through hustle, through patience. Compound interest isn't sexy. It's not fast. But it's real. It's the closest thing to magic we have in the financial world. You don't need to become an investor overnight. You just need to understand that money sitting still loses value, and money put to work, even slowly, builds security. Look, I get it. This stuff is heavy. It's frustrating to realize that the rules aren't what you thought they were, that working hard isn't always enough, that the system is designed to keep you spinning. But here's the thing. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's actually a good thing. Because awareness is the first step to change. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just playing a game nobody explained to you. And now that you know the rules, you can start playing differently. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen. One decision at a time, one buffer at a time, one moment of clarity at a time. You've got this. Not because you have to, but because you can.